IWA, or Iraqi Welfare Association, is an established, registered charity and leading community group. It was set up in 1991, an independent charitable humanitarian organization working to secure a good standard of life for the Iraqi community and beyond. The organization wants to encourage people of the community to get more involved in public life and mingle with others. So this enables the community to win the rights and recognition that they deserve. To hear more about this charity organization, let's hear from Emad Al-Ebadi, the charity director of IWA, or Iraqi Welfare Association.
What does IWA, or Iraqi Welfare Association, mean to you, and how significant has it been for the Iraqi community and beyond?
Okay, so the Iraqi Welfare Association started in 1991, following the first Gulf War. And we found that the Iraqi community, after the war, post-war, felt really down because of the collapse of the uprising against Saddam and the previous regime. So we thought we have to do something more relevant to the life of Iraqis in the United Kingdom and provide the support they needed. The support they needed following the post-war, because morals was really down in the community, and we thought because a lot of people has lost close ones in Iraq, so we felt a duty to do that.
Precisely. Why are you so dedicated and involved in this?
I had a choice: either focus on my profession, which I was very good at, working in construction management, and or concentrate focus on the community and helping the community. So I took the second choice because I felt there is a lot of room of improvement. There's a lot of gaps in the community. And to be honest with you, as we speak today, we still well behind in obtaining our rights, our benefit as part of the community in the United Kingdom. So, for example, I'll give you one example. There are over 6,000 Iraqi medical doctors in the United Kingdom, but we don't have a voice. They don't have a voice. They are providing excellent service to the NHS, to the public, but we don't have a strong voice. We don't have proper representation. So on every level, we fail to have a representation. On the political level, for example, we don't have any local councillors Iraqi in London. And so if you talk about 150 to 200,000 Iraqis in London alone, we do not have one political voice. And this is a serious failure on the Iraqi community. We got to be represented at every level. We are actually leading on representing the community, on all levels.
Wonderful. So since it has started, how much impact and influence has IWA had on the community and beyond?
We provided a great service to the community. We are not alone in this. I mean, there is sister organization called the Al-Iraqi. They do this service. I think we actually focusing on many issues. One of them, the rights of the Iraqis, the English language learning, the youth, okay? And also very important is to actually keep and maintain the Iraqi culture and upbringing in our generations. I think we left good impact. And on that front, on the youth level, so we are placed well in the community, but we still have a long way to go.
Okay, Wonderful. So as you've touched upon it, IWA aims to enhance the presence of the community and secure a good standard of life. How successful has IWA been in doing that in general? And do you have any success stories to share, like specifically?
Yes. Over the years, we managed to get to be represented on many fronts within the UK government, national, local governments levels as well, and ministries. To be honest with you, IWA actually placed the Iraqi community on the map of United Kingdom, of England and United Kingdom. Yeah. This is really, I think, is important achievement. So we said, look, we are the voice of the community in the UK. So we said to the government, look, we've got around 800,000 Iraqis in the United Kingdom, and they contributing every day to everyday life. And we have a lot of top people, top achievers. For example, the best architects in the world was Iraqi woman called Zaha Hadid. She passed away, unfortunately, a few years ago. She's Iraqi woman. And we have a lot of top engineers, you know, in every field, scientists, university lecturers. We got many professors in various, they are all serving the society. So in one hand, I think we made a lot of contribution to the British society in a whole. On the other hand, we have not managed to obtain all our rights like everyone else. We still undermined, we still underprivileged as a whole community. And this is, we have IWA duty is to imbalance this negative and positive things.
Yeah. Obviously, you've spoken about that, you know, you guys, our IWA is trying to help out the Iraqi community. But to my understanding, it doesn't just stop there. You guys also try and help out other communities. And could you give me an example of any other communities IWA has tried to help?
A very good example of this in the past 2 years, what happened, I asked the Board of Trustees for a donation of £10,000 towards the pandemic, you know, the COVID pandemic, to help the Iraqi community, especially the isolated one and disadvantaged group, financially and shoppings and that. So then once we start advertising this, we got demands from everybody, and we thought, hang on, this illness or this pandemic is affecting everyone. So we have to serve everyone. And in the last few years, we've delivered, for example, just one example, about 7,500 food parcels. And that is to everybody across London and United Kingdom. So we will not, now our service is open for all. We don't ask people what your background and nationality. We just serve them whatever problem they encounter. So we are helping everybody at the moment, obviously with the limited resources we got.
So you previously mentioned that you guys do youth activities for the public and for the youth. So in general, how many youth activities do you guys run on an annual basis?
Okay, so the summer camp is permanent features. We do other called families trip, families gathering every year in April. And that gathering, we have again youth programs, their separate youth program. And over the years, we're running a lot of seminars, workshops, training, bazaar, you know, all these activities, and the youth are in the heart of everything we do.
So obviously you mentioned the services that you guys provide. So there's like housing benefits, social care, migration, as well as youth activities. Do you want to expand those services beyond that?
Yes, what we're developing now, 3 main areas of service. One, the immigration services, that is, we actually run very good immigration advisory services, and we just been licensed to do that, and we're going to go to stage 2, which is higher, and this immigration is all about visa application, about getting family reunion, about nationalization and all that, and that is a very important part of the service. The second service we provide is the community outreach officer. Now this is going to be through mediation and reconciliation. So that service is going to be a new one. We're going to start providing this services to reconciliation between families, breakup with children and that, and also family domestic violence, abuses, things like that. Now that is a very important area that came to the surface during the COVID, when many families spend time together. So it's all surfaced up, and alhamdulillah, I think we've done a good job so far with helping many families, and we have records of that. The third service we're developing is the form filling service, which is a lot of Iraqis, unfortunately, they do not speak the language, and this is a problem we should really focus and concentrate on. We've been focusing on English language for many years. So that is important. These are the main 3 areas we're focusing in this year, in the coming years.
Okay. So how do you see the future of IWA in the coming years?
Well, I really think that the most important part of IWA is the trustees. So people nominate themselves because they believe they have a duty to pay back to the community. And the trustees' time and effort and skills is very important to maintain IWA and develop IWA.
Yeah.
So with these new services and coming some income, I think we could develop and flourish.
Wonderful. So obviously you are the charity director of IWA, and to my understanding, you're very passionate about this cause. So how long do you plan to work for IWA?
That is a difficult question. How long do I want to stay? Look, I am a man, I don't believe in retirement and rubbish like that. So I will work till the day I die, whether it's IWA or Assad IWA. It's really, it's so close to me, IWA. It's very difficult for me to disengage myself from being a director is one thing, but the majority of my life in the IWA is as a volunteer and a trustee rather than manager getting paid. So most of my time was for free. I'm happy to carry on, even if I move away from IWA. Still, it's #1 priority to me, even if I get another job or another offer or move to another country. I think I would not just abandon the IWA. It's very important for me.
Very well. And if you had to rate IWA 1 to 10, what would you give? Don't be biased.
8 out of 10.
Just give it 8.
We want to be #1 in any Iraqi household in the United Kingdom. That's my target.
Okay.
Inshallah, we'll get that.
Inshallah.